guys? How you guys doing tonight, man? Stand-up trading, what up, man? Trey Henderson, what's going on? Soft and slow, coffee steam, the city glows. Angia, hello, hello. Georgia Pina, what up, man? Edmund, Mobex, what up? Alexia, Jaza, how's it going, gang? RVLBB, what up? James, my man. Good to see you, dude. Hope you've been well. What's going on, Sam? Oscar? Amen? We've been, I don't know if you guys been noticed, man, but we've been holding beneath the, that 731, 709 area that we've been talking about. What up, Ron? CXT, what's up, God? No, 29VS. I am sorry to hear that, man. You know what? Honestly, man, that's the reason why I always tell people when they're like exhausted and tired to like not trade, because like you're just never in a good headspace, right? And then once that first loss comes in, it just steamrolls from there, right? So, thank you, Sam. Lana Trades, man. Good morning to you. Good evening from where I am here. Magnet Trades. What up, man? Ayush. Yo. Amen. I think the key thing to what you just said there was you managed your expectations, which I think is really important. Home Depot. What up, man? BL Trades. Yeah, guys. Trading is not like a day job. No one is forcing us to execute trades on the market, right? So it's best that we don't force things, you know. Take your time. What's good, Don? What's going on, man? Happens to the best of us, guys. Happens to the best of us. I just realized I haven't logged into my broker yet, so I'm just gonna flip my screen here so I can log into my broker. I'm gonna be trading with Tradeify tonight. What's going on here? Why does it say that I'm logged in? Where am I logged in? Interesting. I have multiple screens apparently. Whoops. Okay, let's close these up here. I'm just logging into my broker here, guys. Sorry, give me a second here. Alrighty. Alright, I'm set up here now. I'm logged into the broker. Ron, that's a good call on waiting for those A++ setups. We're in an interesting area right now, guys. I'm definitely more bearish than I am bullish on the chart. And I think you guys know why. BL Trades, man, shout out to BL Trades in the chat. He says he's already well above his payout for his 10-4 funded account, which you guys know is one of the newer prop firms, but they have some killer plans, flexible rules, and all that type of good stuff. So yeah, man, BL Trades in his situation, I think he knows this is exactly what I will do, but I'm just going to say it just to put it out there. As soon as I'm in a position like BL Trades where I've basically got my payout secured, I size down. I don't size up. I think a lot of people in that scenario will trade the same size and try to scalp or something like that for the $150. But what I'll normally do personally is I'll size down. Now, I'm not saying that you should do that, but naturally I will size down so that if I do take an L, it doesn't hurt me. Because generally when we're at the tail end of passing an account or getting a payout, we'll tend to do stupid stuff on the market, right? So very, very important. But BL Trades, man, shout out to you, brother. I'm really rooting for you to get that payout, brother. Yeah, Bull G, man. If you're tired, man, go to sleep, man. Don't force anything tonight. Ass a fly. What up, man? Scalper, eh? Scalper. Yeah, maybe I'll put on some scalps tonight for the gang. Trading is waiting, 100%. Oscar Veloquest. Yeah, man, no worries. I think, you know what? Let's save that question for a little bit later on. Just while the gang rolls in after I do my chart review. More than happy to answer that question, man. What's up, Justin Stewart? Base trades. What up, man? It's like... What's like best to buy and bundle? Alexia, are you looking to buy something specific with Tradeify right now? Is that what you're thinking of? Today's Asia session was kind of yeah, Asia session was very choppy today. Very choppy. Yeah, when price goes nowhere, man, you either trade the range or you just walk away, guys. Walk away. What's going on, Tony? Tony from Germany. What up, man? Jared. What up, man? Nick, what's going on, man? Nice job on hitting your TP today. Nice job, BL Trades. Good call. Nominums. Good to see you, man. RCS, hello, hello. The short trade was pretty nice, by the way, guys. Although I didn't enter it because literally 30 seconds before I even hopped on, I was putting my kid to bed. So there was no way I would have caught this. But pretty solid setup, to be honest, considering where we were on the chart. And I say solid setup because I really liked our initial rejection here. If you guys have been following my stream, you guys already know this has been a key watch for us, right? And then the potential lower high that we locked in after the fact here offered a nice short setup for us. Would have been something like this. Would have been a big catch. 1R fairly easy. I don't want to say easy. I don't like saying that word. Actually, probably not. But then 2R is about right. 2R would have been hit literally just right now. That would have been a pretty solid trade based on these, based on this area here, guys. Not sure if anyone caught that. More on Wall Street. What up, man? Ah, Jared, man. I'm sorry to hear, dude. Yeah, Asia session was rough. You know what? Like, you know what I find is that generally the start of the week and the end of the week gets very tricky for people because the start of the week generally means that you are just excited to, you know, put in a trade, which sometimes can be a bad thing. And then those who are kind of trying to catch a trade at the end of the week is either trying to A, save their account from a bad week, or maybe even try to, you know, kind of throw a Hail Mary at the very end, either or, not good. Or usually people are pretty exhausted by the end of the week too, which is not good. So any prop firm, to be honest, something like lose the flex 50K could rule that if I buy 5 accounts, I get a good deal. Ah, okay, got you. Well, I haven't bought an account with Lucid in a long time because I can't. So I can't speak to them too much. I don't think 10-4 has bundled deals, not right now. Tradeify is the only one that I know that has bundled deals out of the ones that I look at now. So your best option there, based on your question, Alexia, that would be the Tradeify select plan. So whether you get the 25Ks or the 50K, those select plans as a bundle of 5 would probably be your best bet based on your specific question there. Nominums, right on. Good luck, by the way, man. Good luck. Hopefully you get some good damage on those accounts. And don't forget, guys, with any prop firm, code RAKE above here. The only time I would say code RT is if you're doing with Lucid, because Lucid's still on RT versus Rake. But yeah, code RAKE, code RT, man. Support the gang here, man. Support the gang. And you guys know, for the OGs that are on here right now, definitely drop a thumbs up on the stream, man. Helps your brother here out a lot, man. Yeah, you know, the accounts that I've heard a lot magnet trades have been like, what, Blue Guardian, Blue Sky, I can't remember what it's called. I hear those accounts often, but I don't trade with them just because like I don't know them well enough. So I don't have anything to kind of say to those counts, just simply because I don't have any experience with them. Yeah, Zaya, man. Like, yeah, I mean, I think knowing your edge and knowing yourself is super important so that you understand what works and what doesn't work for you, right? So if not trading for now is a good call, absolutely, man. Tune in, hang out with the gang. We can chat. It's always good. Apex's bundle deals. Okay, got it. You want the 731 for SA nominals? I hear ya. I hear ya. What a spike here. This kind of spike up, which I don't know if this is truly going to be a spike up in general or fake out, but this is the range, right? This is the box range that we've been kind of trading within. And I'm just going to change the color so I don't get confused with what we're looking at here. Yeah, I think FTMO, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they started off as a CFD firm, if I'm correct. Because I didn't really hear of FTMO either until a couple of my students had brought it up with me. Jesse James. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's been every day's been a crazy day, man. Every weekend's been crazy for me as well. I'm kind of like just... These next few weeks will be more crazy than it's already usually is crazy, because I'll be moving soon. So just a lot of logistical things I got to plan out and map out. But I'm going to be right back, guys, because my food delivery is here. I actually haven't had dinner yet, guys, so I'm just going to grab my food. I'll be right back, guys. All right. Almond, man, you crazy, man. That's a lot of trades, man. I know you scalp it, but damn. What up, Preppy? What's up, Rye Guy? So do you guys remember earlier on, guys, when I said that, yeah, we're bouncing off this range, but I'm not trusting it? This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. What's on the menu, right, guy? I ordered some delivery, man. I have not had dinner. My last meal was like 10 hours ago, so I'm freaking hungry right now. My delivery tonight. When I have late night meals, I try not to eat too many unhealthy stuff, just because it's otherwise I feel like ass when I go to sleep. Yeah, no, pizza before bed, it's rough, man. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at these salmon pieces, man. Solid. Yeah, I'm freaking hungry, man. That's gonna be my meal tonight. I got like shoyu salmon and shoyu tuna. Usually I have it on rice, but for tonight, just because like I'm honestly just trying to keep it as light as possible, I'm having it on a bed of salad instead. By the way, if you guys live in Vancouver or like in the greater Vancouver area, if you've never had, man, Steve's Poke Bar, honestly, I post about them a lot because they're like the best poke by far. Like, not even a question. James, man, that's not good. That's not good if that's all you ate, brother. Ron, yeah, spot on, man. Like she's a franchisee of it, yeah. So she does like own the whole brand, but she's a franchisee. Hey, Yush, man, that's okay, man. Just use some fork. Use a fork. It's not a bad deal. All right, guys. I'm gonna hop right into this. Okay. It is that time already. So I'm gonna do my welcome message, as I usually do, and then I'm going to hop right into the chart review. All right, guys. So I'm for now, guys, I'm going to ignore the chat until further notice, obviously until I'm done the chart review. First and foremost, welcome, gang. Project 365. My name's Alan. Azheng Trades here. I am the pre-London host. I am the one of 5 hosts. If you were on earlier on today, you would have saw my man Ron G stream. And then Jake Ricci, the GOAT, opens up the New York session tomorrow, and he's always the guy who opens up the New York session for us. And then we got Lamelli and Mitch, who trade in the afternoon. All of us have been part of Ray Trade's mastermind at some point in time. So foundationally, that's what a lot of our trading is built upon. But a lot of us have evolved and changed the way that we trade to make it our own, right? And so I think that a lot of us have different things to offer. And no matter where you are around the world, because of the fact that we are streaming 10 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, I think we've got something to offer you guys. Whether you are an ICT trader, you got Lamelli who can kind of go over things like that, right? You got Gamma Mitch who takes the afternoon as well, right? So just, again, different styles of trading, which is really, really cool. Honestly, we don't ask for a lot. We even in our streams, we do giveaways, guys. We do giveaways, right? And so this is at the cost of Jake. Like, Jake pays for these accounts. It's either Jake paying for these accounts or I'm paying for these accounts. So either way, we're paying for these accounts. So honestly, all we ask is a thumbs up on the stream, on the basically the video you guys are watching today, because it helps us out a lot. And drop a subscribe. It helps us a lot as well. So if you guys know any other traders out there, share it, share the love. I think the broader the group we can get out there, the better it's gonna be for us. So much appreciated, guys. What I will do, and what I'll get along into this, is that the chart review is I'm going to go over kind of how we could have been trading. I'm going to talk about some really key areas that we've been really respecting. And for the OGs who've been following my stream for weeks now, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. We'll talk about that, how we could have traded it this session and what we're looking for, whether today or going into tomorrow as well. Just so you guys know, we do generally have a slower session. Like Ron and I have the slower session, so we have more of an opportunity to chat with you guys. So if you guys have questions, feel free to ask him. Doesn't even have to be about trading. I'm a very well-rounded person. I'm a business professional, so I work in the restaurant industry, so I can answer questions about business, corporate, life, trading, you name it, man. Anything you guys want to chat about, I'm more than happy to kind of divulge in some of that, okay? But yeah, I want to give away a 50K Tradeify growth account today with you guys. That's what I'm looking to give away. And it only makes sense because I'm actually going to be trading a Tradeify account today as well. And I'll talk a little bit about it later on. But for now, we're going to hop right into the trade review here, guys. As usual, we're going to zoom out into the larger time frames and take a look at where we're at on the chart. So as of right now on the weekly time frame, we did end up closing bearish last week, but we had quite a run up from where we were though. So definitely still pretty solid, all things considered. As of right now, we are opening up, I'm going to call this within the inside range because we're inside the bar itself. Ideally, what we're looking for two things, whether it's today or tomorrow or whatever. I'm looking for price to either come back down and retest the opening of last week, and then continue moving higher from there, right? Because I'd like to see us use this as a catapult to build on the higher low. Because what I'm looking for essentially, and I'm going to move on to the daily time frame now, is what I'm looking for here, and you can kind of see here as well, looking for, let me just delete all this so you guys can see better. What I'm looking for right now is, at best, like I said, tag here at, what is this, 400 area and move higher, or just screw it and just break higher from here. I'm looking at this larger time frame as I'm looking for this to be a higher low. That's what I'm looking for. Like a very larger time frame higher low is what I'm looking for. So I am looking for the NQ to break higher. But in order for us to do that, it is imperative that we break the key area that's above us, right? And I've been talking about that key area for weeks now, okay? Going on the hourly time frame as well, what makes it really rough right now, and I'll just move that out of the way, is that we obviously just put in our first hourly sell bar coming into the session. So naturally, as you guys probably hear me say this all the time, after such a strong trend and we put an hourly sell bar, I expect some move down. Do I expect a full meltdown? I don't, because I don't think that's necessarily true. We've seen it many times before where the first hour of our stream ends up kind of invalidating that sell bar just to have follow through in the hour after that. So I don't want to speculate too much, but I do at the very least think we should be able to tap VWAP is kind of what I'm thinking right now. But yeah, anyways, so we have that price action forming right now. Let's move this back over here. Going on to the smaller time frames here as well, you can see here we were, first and foremost, this channel here between 628 and 550, you guys been following along. This has been a channel that's been on the chart for like weeks now, so it's not a new channel. So if you've been following along, you already know that. And so over the course of today's Globex Asia opening, we just ranged. We ranged within this box. So if you had this box drawn already, you would have been able to kind of see that, hey, you know what, like I'm gonna try to scalp the long, the top of the range, or I'm gonna try to scalp the bottom of the range. And some of you guys may have done that today, right? But that would have been essentially the play to take. Pretty much not until after about 6:30 or 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time that we finally broke out of the range. But then when we broke out of the range, what did we do? We just ended up creating a new range. And we've been just ranging in here now at this point in time, right? Now we did end up tagging this key 28,700 area. We've talked about this, 700, 709, 731. These have been key spots on the chart that we have been watching for rejection, okay? And so we saw that today as well. Why was that key? Take a look at what happened also over our Friday New York session. Where did we short, guys? And I said this, I've been saying this on every chart analysis, right? This was the key rejection area, right? And so that was basically the high of the Friday New York session. So if you caught the longs out of the gate, congratulations. I personally would not have taken longs just because of the fact that I knew that we had this box channel. And again, this box channel is where we're ranging between right now, right? But I would have expected us to reject that. So I would not have taken longs over New York had I traded it. But this rejection off our key 731, 709, 700 would have absolutely been a good reason for us to take a short. And that move did move a total of 600 points to the downside. If you would have traded options, those would have been amazing for your premiums, would have made like easily 400 some percent on that short down trade, probably way more than that. I didn't actually take a look at the premiums, but a move like that would have definitely warranted that. But a pretty solid move to the downside. And then later on, you can see our 28,520 area of interest ended up becoming a resistance after the fact during our power hour period, or I should say the power 15 minutes at the end there, acted as a resistance, right? Now, going deeper back into the chart as well, you'll see that stat 731 level has been respected before. If you take a look here, in one of our streams in our, what is this, on the 27th, we had the same thing. We rejected the 731, 700 area as well during that period. And then the stream before that, we had the same thing. The New York session before that, we had the same thing. So you're seeing the commonality that is a very key area of price. And now I always talk about the fact that because people always ask me the question, you know, what's your strategy? Well, I'm a price action trader, right? So I always pay attention to where price is on the chart. That's always important for me. And essentially what I'm looking for, obviously in combination of that, is things like structure and what have you. But essentially that is like the name of the game. Like that's what I'm primarily always trying to look at. And so what I'm going to do here as well is, because people always ask me this question, I'm just going to leave it in the chat here. That's the YouTube video that I literally just put out this weekend, just going over a quick overview of my strategy for anyone who wants to ask those questions, right? But yeah, so you can see here that that's been key. So what are we looking at, guys? Well, I think that as of right now, like you can see where we're bouncing right now. We're bouncing the outer upper channel, right? The upper channel that we had earlier. So the original range that we had during the Globex Asia session, that's becoming a hold spot for us, right? That's becoming a hold spot for us. So we'll see where we go with this. I mean, we haven't broken the lower structure, so we could still keep going up from here. I think that as long as we hold this channel structure, VWAP, 200 EMA, which is what this dotted line is, if we can hold that, then we may have a chance to actually move higher and maybe, just maybe, be able to break the highs. If we find some sort of strong failure going into London Open in this area, I am probably going to short it, to be honest, right? Just because like there's just been so many times of respect here where we've been shorting it. So that'd be my thought process. So I'm, again, as of right now, between 731 all the way down to the low end of this channel, that will be that wide range that we will look to take price and trade reactions to. Otherwise, if we do break and retest beneath the channel, I'm open to shorts. If we break and retest above this area, I'm open to longs, right? Anything between that, long, shorts, I'm into both. So for those people who get very married to a bias and they're like, Alan, but what do you want? You're saying you want shorts and longs. What does that mean? That's exactly what it means. It means I'm really open to shorts and longs. Depending on where price reacts, that's where I'll take the trade. So we'll see what we have tonight. Like I said, I am trading a Tradeify account, and that's also an account that I'm giving away today. As you guys saw on Friday, or Thursday night, sorry, I took my last trade that I needed on that account, and I passed in my Tradeify select account, and I chose to go with the blue pill, which is it's the 5-day trading account versus the daily payout account. Because personally, I don't care for daily loss limits. Any account with a daily loss limit, I'll generally avoid. So that's the account that we're trading tonight. On my light, if you guys remember, I mentioned that I had a Lightning funded account with Tradeify as well. So I already did the damage I needed on that account today, so I'm not touching that account anymore. I've only got this one at this point in time. And yeah, for those who are newer, kind of following on the stream as well, I recently just got re-onboarded with Tradeify again, which I'm super excited because I was capped out with them since May of last year after my $100,000 payout with Tradeify. So anyways, that's my kind of NQ trade review at the moment. I'm going to hop into the gold trade review now, guys. So let's flip over to gold. So gold right now, we can see that we're also respecting some very key areas, but I'll touch about the smaller time frame bit of it later on. Let's take a look at the weekly. On the weekly time frame, we're still within this range. Weekly, we're in the range. Daily, we're in the range. So I've been saying this for the past few streams. This is the reason why I'm just not really interested in trading gold. Gold, for me, is kind of one of those moments right now. It's like either I'm just going to scalp it, or if I can tag some very key areas on a chart, I might be open to holding and just watching the trend move, because generally that's what gold's been essentially doing for us. But it is very rangy right now, which is why I'm just not really interested in trading gold as much as I would trade the NQ. You can see here, very similar to the NQ earlier, we put in an hourly sell bar. We rejected the 4126 area, which is a point of interest for us. And we obviously pulled back down, almost kind of tagging the level. And basically since then, you can see that we're getting a quick upward reaction from there. Zooming in a little bit on the small time frame, you can see that's exactly what we've done, right? We've tagged, we rejected that, came back down, tagged the lower end of the range. Now it looks like we're trying to go higher. I personally think that if we're going to continue lower, we should get a 5-minute failure is ideally what we want to see to continue moving lower. But again, we are within a range. I'm not really interested in touching gold. You can see here that all we've done here as well is that we've just closed the gap. We had a gap up on gold. We tagged the lows to close the gap off. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep range, or are we gonna move higher? I don't know. I'm not, like I said, at this point in time, the only thing that I can think about and how I would trade gold is I would just use my reference points here, and I would either trade the failures on either direction, which kind of would be my thought process on gold at the moment. NQ is still the better trade. Earlier on, I made a comment, after the first failure of that 700 area, I definitely would have loved entering this, and again, I didn't because I just had gotten to my desk. This potential lower high was what I would like to have seen. It offered us an entry on a multi-time frame analysis perspective as well. Entering this would have been a risk of about 22 points, give or take. You could have gotten 1R very easily based on like where the structure was. Might have been a little bit more of a long shot to hold for 2R, but it did, as you can see, present a 2R setup. Later on as well, as we started bouncing off this range, I made a comment that I said, you know what, I'm still bearish. I would not long this. which then literally within a minute after I made that comment, it did take that plummet down, which is where this other forecaster block came in. Because if you want to take a 1R trade off that failure, you definitely could have, risking 16 points for 16 points to the downside. Now it looks like after we are held this channel, it looks like we want to move higher. I'm very skeptical about wanting to long here though, like I am, but I can understand why someone would want to long this into the upper end. You would be what, risking 25 points for 25 points. Like you could do probably do like a 1R trade, something like this. I'm gonna patiently wait for now. Like I don't know if this is really the right call. I'm like looking at all my confluences. I'll show you another confluence here as well. Give me a second here. The FF indicator here, you can see we are beneath this trigger line, which is what this thick line is at the moment. We had that retest earlier, which kind of created a short opening for us. We're also testing right now as well. We're kind of testing the 5-inch trigger line. And for those who don't know, the FF indicator is just an indicator that I subscribe to. It's one of the additional confluences that I look at when it comes to trading. So a lot of times I'll trade my system, and then if the indicator also provides like that additional layer of conviction, then it obviously gives me a lot more confidence to take the trade. But that's kind of where we're at right now, guys. That's where we're at. So my 2 cents on the chart. Just gonna catch up with the chat here. I know it's kind of funny how people just start typing in enter. I don't know if that's like a bot or like what's going on. Oh, Shawnee's, man. Sorry to hear, dude. Nice, Thumper. Nice. What's up, yacht? Sempify, let's go. Nice short, man. Hey, trades guy. Pete, what's going on, man? What's going on? But that's what we got right now, guys. That's what we got. I'm actually going to create 2 forecaster blocks just so I can take either or. What up, Vinicius? Vandra Rose, yeah. 100%, dude. How you doing, man? Don't mind me, by the way, guys. I haven't had dinner, so I'm going to be chatting, trading, and munching on my food all at the same time. A trades guy. No, we haven't had any smoke here. Actually, our weather's been really weird. Like, this year has been the most amount of rain I've seen in Vancouver in a very long time. Like, we're in, like, July, August, and we've got rain. And the weird thing is that 3-4 hours away from us, where there have been, like, fires and fire warnings, they have not gotten any rain. So it is very unfortunate. Nice, Vandra Rose. That's awesome, dude. O2 room. I used to go to bed like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. I know, it's really late for me. Yacht, yeah. I went over gold. I think when you messaged me, I was going over the gold chart review. Marty trades. I'm eating poke right now, man. It's kind of hard. I don't want to tilt the bowl too much because I don't want my food to fall out. But like, I gotta like show you tuna. I'm gonna like show you salmon. Yeah, weather's been so wild, dude. I don't know what's going on. Do I trade gap fills? Yeah, I do, but I wouldn't say it's like a strategy. Like I wouldn't say that's like a main strategy of mine. You got your first My Funded Futures builder payout. Hey man, that's awesome, dude. Nice work, dude. Can we get funded accounts? Are you asking if we're giving away funded accounts? That's not a thing. No, we don't do that. That's too expensive for us, man. Because you got to realize that, like, Jake and I, we buy our accounts to give away, so... Especially since we're already doing these and giving out free knowledge on stream, that would be very costly on our end. Especially with the amount of accounts that we give away. I think we've given away, like, hundreds of accounts already. Smoked salmon, nice, man. Hey, NZ. Thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, man, free knowledge, 100%, dude. Sadu, doing good, man. I haven't actually looked at the Microsoft chart, guys, but I know Microsoft has had a lot of, like, there's been a lot of bullish sentiment around that. We're short aiming for the gap. To be honest, right now, like where we're at, I don't really feel very confident about shorting at this point. We'll see how many rejection candles we put in. Like if we did short right now, my stop loss would be at 650. Just because I think if we break higher than that, like I do think we keep going. Guang, doing good, man. How are you? Money bag. Is there any good poke places where you are? I find that it's hard to find good poke to my house. Like, there's a lot of places that do sushi bowls, but they're not poke, man. There's a difference. You just left Hawaii. Yeah, man, that's the poke capital of the world. I'm thinking about visiting Hawaii next year with the family. Yeah, Guang, it's my dinner. It's a very late dinner. Nice, Denver. Aloha Trader. What's going on, bro? Hope you've been doing good. Yeah, I'm big on pivot, Thumper. A lot of my levels and channels and all that stuff, I based it off of key pivots on like different time frames. NZ asked the question that I want to definitely touch on a little bit. And I know it gets asked almost like every stream, but the question of like during the early days, if I was struggling, if that was a thing, and absolutely, I think we all struggled. How do you pull yourself out of it? I think in life, you know, your job, your career, whatever it may be, I've always been very big on keeping the end goal in mind. If you guys have not read the book by Stephen Covey, he passed away actually a few years back. He wrote the book called 7 Highly Effective Habits. And it's a book that I recommend for many. I started reading that during my corporate career. And one of the effective habits speaks to the end goal in mind. And so when I talk about the end goal in mind, my thought process of that is that like, you got to remember why it is you are doing what you are doing. And so that's essentially the end driver for you, right? And so obviously in this path of trading specifically, it's a craft that can cost you a lot, right? You're generally speaking, you shouldn't be trading what you can't afford to lose, right? So the idea should always be is that you're trading enough in a way where you can accept the risk you're taking and that you have enough capital to last the journey. Different people will tell you different things. I personally think that people should be able to come into trading with the mindset that they may be struggling and they may be losing for the next 2 years. Like I almost think that that's the mindset you should have prepared. I'm not saying I want you to lose for 2 years. I'm just saying you should have that mindset, right? So come into it with that thought process and say, hey, you know what? Like if I can make it sooner than that, well, yay me, right? But don't beat yourself up if you're like 2 years in and you're struggling, because like it's pretty natural. Anybody who hops in any chat or your stream or anything like that who just starts spouting stuff like, oh, I got successful in 3 months, 6 months, I made this much money in 1 year, yeah, whatever, man. Like I honestly, like the masses will not be able to do that. Assuming that's even true, the masses will not do that. There will be a learning curve, right? So this is not a get rich quick. You got to be able to put your mind to it and put the test to it. And honestly, some of my students that I've worked with who've gotten payouts within 3 to 6 months, what I've told them is like, look, they beat themselves up all the time because they're like, oh man, I wish I could do better. And I was like, dude, you know how many people out there right now are struggling after 3-4 years of trading? You've gotten a payout in like 3-6 months. Like, count your blessings. Like, you know what I mean? And then obviously, depending on who I'm talking to, sometimes my conversation is less about that. It might be more the topic of, okay, now that you're making money, the question is, can you keep it? Which then comes down to like, how do you risk manage, right? Like, I mean, that's a whole different conversation in itself. But anyways, overarchingly, hopefully that kind of makes sense. That's kind of like my thought process and philosophy around all of that. And it's honestly just not trading. It's like everything that I do in life. I think the same thing with business, investing, like anything like that, right? So hopefully that kind of helps. Money Bag Finance. The book was called 7 Highly Effective Habits of Effective People. Give me a second here. 7 highly... I'm gonna just show you guys this on screen actually, so you guys can see it. Give me a second, guys. I just put it on screen, guys, if you guys can see that book. Oh man, my back. Oh. I've been 3 months in and I'm almost 30 deep. That must be. Yeah, Jared, see, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about already regarding this. That's why you don't want to like purge. You don't want to be losing so much in the early days because you're learning, right? So it makes sense for you to take some time to figure it out. But that's the book. There's audiobooks too. If you don't want to buy the hard copy, you can totally get the audiobook version. Thang Nguyen, I don't remove it. So basically it depends on what we're talking about, right? Different reference points, I do things differently. There are certain things that I look at where I'll remove the level immediately based on invalidation, but some of them I keep on for a longer period of time. It really depends on obviously like my reasoning behind whether it's invalidated or not. No Thumper, I don't trade with algos. I'm not a big, like, I will never crap on someone else for trading algos because obviously to each their own. I just don't want to. I like to be involved in the process. If I can't be involved in the process, I'm just not interested, to be honest. Again, personal opinion, obviously. Just like there's a lot of like, you know, like Jake, I don't know if you guys know, but like Great Trades actually created an automated level mapping indicator. So if you subscribe to the Discord, I think you have access to that. But like even for me, people ask me, oh, would you ever use it? I'm like, no, I wouldn't. Not because I don't like the idea of it, but I personally like to manually map my levels because it's a me thing, right? Simplify. Honestly, every single time you talk in the chat, I feel like we should meet. Like we are very similar. That's why when people always crap on prop firms, I'm always like, honestly, man, I really wish I had it. Because when I was trading in the beginning, I was losing thousands and thousands of my own hard-earned money, right? Like it's like, yes, it teaches you a lesson and makes us stronger, but it definitely was not a good feeling when it was happening, right? And yeah, I would never say turn the clock back, do things differently, because obviously it's made me who the trader I am today. Because yeah, I've lost thousands, and I talked about this on stream before, where one of my worst options trade was me dollar cost averaging into a losing trade and then not selling it ever, right? And I lost like, I think it was $3,000 or $4,000 on that trade. That's a freaking paycheck, right? So like, but honestly though, like I think having prop firms now has been a blessing, because like now people can learn the craft without having to worry about the fact that they can't afford it. You know what I mean? So anyways, but again, that's only assuming that you're not treating like a game. If you keep resetting accounts and accounts day after day, then obviously that you're just gonna be stuck in the same cycle. But Out of all the books I've read, most traders took an average 4 years just to break even. Aloha trader, man, 100%. It's not an easy thing, man. Crocs coverage, man. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm actually just having a very late dinner right now. Oh, you have the book. Nice. It's worth the read. No more tomorrow. Motive Co. What? What are you talking about? Did something change that I'm not aware of? Oh, yeah. It did change. I did not know that. Most of the time, analysis correct direction, but I lack confidence backing my analysis. Honestly, I hear that a lot. I think when people are struggling with confidence, that comes with the fact of that you don't know your trade setup as well as you think you do. And I think that's honestly the problem. Because if you're confident, why would you hesitate? I mean, obviously, there's a lot more to it than just that, but that honestly would be my comment. What's an example of a validation? If like price no longer respects in that area anymore, time to win. Mooncatcher, I am actually watching the new Spider-Man movie tomorrow with my wife. We don't get to have movie dates often because we have kids, so but we have an opportunity to do that tomorrow, so we're gonna do that. Was it funny for sure? More mindset. Matthew Hayden, is that question for me? I think strategy is about refinement over time, and mindset is an ongoing battle. I don't think you ever just get over the mindset. It's an everyday ongoing battle. SCNG, man, I feel you, brother. Jack Knapp, can I have a book? Question mark. I don't have any books to give, my man. What percentage of your trading capital should you expect to keep? Next level NG. Can you elaborate on that question? I'm not really too sure what you mean by that. Alex, I have a bias for both ends. This could be a good spot to long, but it's also like we're ranging in between structure, right? So I wouldn't touch this trade personally. So you saying we might not fill that gap tonight? I don't know. I don't like to speculate that stuff. I just trade price reaction, man. Like I'm not one to catch like the full top move to the full bottom. Like that's not how I trade. I find that I lose more often than I win in those kind of setups. Read a lot of books of Stephen Covey's. That's awesome, dude. Trying to understand what your losses are as a percentage of the amount you typically put into it. Okay, so if you're talking about that next level, so I actually talk about this on stream a lot. So I always say 10 bullets in the chamber. So whatever your drawdown is that would blow your account, 10 bullets. So if you have $2,000 drawdown, that means you can trade $200 of risk every trade, because that would mean that you would have to lose 10 times back to back in order to blow your account. So that's how I would personally do it. Philanthropist. I mean, like right now, like if you take a look at it right now, right, this area right here was a support earlier. We're ranging beneath it now. This area is also a recent resistance. We're ranging above it now. So we're stuck between two ranges right now. I'm just not interested. Like based on bar by bar, based on everything, I have a reason to short it, but I also have a reason to long it. And a lot of times when I'm in a position where I'm like, I can't decide, I just don't trade, right? And I think that's honestly a differentiating factor between myself and many traders is that like I know for a fact, even from students, when they're in a situation where they're like, I feel like it can long, I feel like it can short, they just throw shit at the wall and hope that one of them sticks. And the problem with that is that that's not a good habit to build because you're validating bad behavior, but also it's, I mean, how do you trade? How do you build stats with that, right? Like you're just throwing things at the wall. So I don't know, my 2 cents on that, man. System 8H, 100%, man. I love your take on that thought process, and that's the reason why a lot of people say trade simple strategies, because like if it's too complicated that you can't even comprehend it, probably shouldn't be trading that strategy. Right? Probably doesn't work for you. So. Almond, no. When you move live with Lucid, you can have actually 5 funded accounts with them. Sean, Bitcoins. I literally just answered that question. Be the same thing. It would be the same answer for me. 10 bullets in the chamber. And to ask the question of what strategy, I mean, my own strategy. So. Vanderose, I don't think you can. I think the way that they exit your positions are automated. I don't think we have control over that. Nice, RCS. Nice. Way to go. Yeah, if you're like to the point of Thumper, if you want to really take a trade right now, for example, let's just say you are with bears bias, right? Maybe you take a trade with small position and you can size into it afterwards, even though that's not my style of trading, but could be something someone could do. Went with 2 lows, love with 5 times 150k accounts and blew them in 10 days. Now they maxed me. Viral Pulse today. If you have been moved live before and then you blew your accounts, you get placed into a cooldown period. So the only reason why they would stop you completely is if they look at your behavior of trading as abusive, which is why they'll stop you completely. But otherwise, they'll just put you on a cooldown period and you'll be able to get back on the horse again. Because I've blown a live account before with Lucid trading, because where I live, I can't trade what you guys get to trade. Like I can't trade. Like once you're in the live part of it, I can't trade of it and trade seed. It's just not an option where I live. So I'm forced to trade Rhythmic Pro. And I've talked about this before on stream. I hate Rhythmic Pro. It does not work well with me. So I did end up blowing those accounts, but I just got put down on the cooldown period and they allowed me to get back in because they can see that in the end of the day, yeah, I may have been doing stupid stuff on it, but I wasn't behaving abusively with the accounts. So anyways, my thoughts, I don't know if that's the case for you, but just my 2 cents. Vander Rose, no, I feel like it's always been like that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but my collective memory has always been, it's been like that. Gotcha, Viral Pulse. Okay, that makes sense then. You made it sound like you weren't allowed to trade with him ever again. That's why I made the comments. So if you're back on it, that's awesome, man. Yeah, this price action is gross. This is also why I didn't want to long, guys. Because for me, structurally, it looks like it could go lower. But it sucks because it was holding like a range area. So it makes you think you want to long. So either way. I've never traded with Trade Day before Viral Pulse. I don't even know who they are. We've got the 590 level to watch if we get down there, but we are coming up to VWAP right now, guys. So let's see what we do here. I mean, if you want to scalp the VWAP, you could, but that'd be tough. I'm pretty sure you can only use Rhythmic Pro, but mind you, that was my first time ever trading with them, so I don't actually know the whole nuance of it. So if you could use Quant Tower, I'm not sure. But from Vancouver, man, yeah, we're pretty much screwed, from what I understand. David Kim, I have no profit targets on my accounts. Really, to be honest, I just trade what the chart offers me. As far as account goes, whatever accounts I do have a 2 trade max rule. So if I take 2 trades, win or lose, I move on to the next account. Phil Mikita, I am going to ban you if you ask for money or anything like that on chat. FYI. So, just FYI, man. We tagged the 200 EMA there on the 2-minute time frame. A trades guy, it's the same. From my understanding, Ninja Trader and Tradeovate, you can't trade with them in Canada in the live brokerage realm at all, unless you're in Ontario. Ontario is the only province in Canada that allows you to live trade with them. Why? I have no idea. All right, film, kinda. I warned you, dude. I know. I already banned him. He must be a bot. Assuming the fact that he didn't heed my warning. Jishnu, nice man, way to go. Honestly, look, this is coming from a person who helps homeless people. Okay, guys, like I do support helping homeless people. I do. But when people ask to borrow money to trade or help me trade my account, that just tells me exactly why you should not be trading. Like, you are not the type of person that should be trading at all. There are so many red flags to that. You have no idea. Yeah, it was a nice little bouncer off the VWAP 200 EMA. Not enough for me to flip bullish, though. But anyone took a long trade there as a scalp, that would have been awesome. Yeah, it's good. I'm still eating because I'm talking to you guys at the same time, so I can't eat as fast as I normally would. Guang, 100%. Can you borrow money to go to the casino? I strongly advise you do not. I'm glad you pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Yeah, Jared, I get that all the time. System 8H, that'd be pretty cool actually, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not entering a trade yet. I'm just putting up the forecaster, guys. Oops. Oh, what the heck just happened? Yeah, I'm just putting up the forecaster because I'm just watching the chart. Not entering anything yet, guys. Just want to make that very clear. I'm just setting up the bracket order because I'm watching to see how price reacts. Mora, I don't actually trade ES, so I wouldn't know what to tell you, man. Yes, Arceus. I'm trading on a 50K account. Alright, gang. I'm officially done eating my poke. Yeah, price action's rough right now. But I am watching longs right now. I am. I want to see how this candle closes here. Looking for longs, but I want to see how we close. Alright. I'm going to take a stab at it, guys. This is a 1 hour long, guys. Oh, 0 skills. That's rough, man. Are you like somewhere remote right now? Fazaru. How kind of you. Nice little move here, guys. Visiting Washington State, eh? Cool, man. I mean, not cool that it looks like it's burning down, but cool that you're there, man. I don't know if you guys have ever tried calisthenics exercise. I just started it 2 days ago because I really need to like exercise because I'm like so bad now for me. My body is in so much pain. I've only done like 15 minutes calisthenic on day 1 and then same thing again day 2 and I feel like ass. I'm actually due to do my 3rd one. I'm doing it later on after this stream before I go to bed because like I want to be consistent. I want to do at least 5 days a week. But man, it is rough. Oh. It's bad, eh? Yo, man, that's rough, dude. That's crazy, all the fires that are happening right now. Did you see the reel of a guy who was bribing his trade by moving pics of a Lambo? Oh, Almond, I just got what you meant by that. Yeah, you know what, honestly, Dennis, I can understand why people have such good things to say about calisthenics because yes, I feel like absolute ass from like the workout, but I will say just within 2 days of doing it, I feel like my posture is already better and my bloating has really like toned down. So I know you guys, when you look at me, you guys don't think I don't look huge, but like I've gained weight over these years. Obviously, as I get older, it gets even worse. But yeah, man. But I like it though. So far, I know anyone who's never tried calisthenics, man, like pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. SENG, that's what I tell everyone, man. When you turn 30, man, I swear it's where it all goes wrong. Jared, man, hey man, I think being addicted is a thought process, yes, but sometimes I look at it as, you know, you're passionate, right? I think what's really important when we're passionate about what we do is that we really pay attention and that we're learning. Because I think that if you keep making that same mistake over and over and over again, then I think, yes, you have an addiction, right? And you're not treating the craft with the respect that it deserves. System 8H. That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, David, man. I mean, usually I do it in the daytime, so we'll see how I feel tonight. Maybe tonight is or today is my rest day, I guess, and I just start tomorrow morning. I'm 34, man. That's awesome, David. Not getting the follow through on the trade, guys. The best we got in that trade so far was about 12 points. I was shooting for 24 points, basically. So we got half the move. Be right back, guys. I don't want to keep this food at my desk. I'm just going to move this out of my way. I'll be right back, guys. By the way, guys, today I actually with my family we visited the Tsawwassen Mills area. We went to the Lind. Is it? I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Lindent, Lindor? I don't know. Got a full box of chocolate, guys. There's so many different kinds of chocolates in this box, man. I hand selected every single thing that I have in this box. I'm gonna have a coconut one tonight. Lint? Ah, lint, there you go. Yeah, trading will do that, man. Trading honestly is like you feel the consequences of your decisions pretty quickly, right? And there's not many crafts in the world that basically puts your mentals through what it puts you through, right? So I do not like how that 5-minute bar closed. Amen. That's actually where I was at Tsawwassen Mills. They actually have an outlet there as well. Lint. All right. So for a couple of guys, you guys says it's called Lint. I've never actually known what the name was. I've always just like called it something different almost every time. This is like a coconut flavor one. Coconut cream. Stuart, you know what I've always told people when I was growing up? I don't work out to look jacked. I don't work out to get shredded. I work out so I can eat whatever I want without losing the shape of my body. Cranny, yeah, man, I'm from Vancouver. Angia, we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know if it's a good trade just yet. Calisthenics running up and down the stairs of the lint factory. Guang Guang, yeah, man, I'm in a trade. I said earlier I was looking for longs, then I announced it when I took the trade too. Fazuru, I know, sugar's so bad, I know. Let's see, we'll tag my TP if we're just gonna tease me. We gonna tease me? Yeah, I hear a lot of people struggle when they have bread. You know what, Stuart, though? Like, hey, Stuart, whereabouts are you from, though? Are you from North America, or are you from the other side of the world? I ask because, like, you know what? I hear a lot of people say, and I even saw this even in Asia. The things that we eat here in North America, honestly, I don't know what's in the food. Because, like, you feel worse, whether it's, like, dairy or, like, bread or whatever. Like, you feel bad eating it. But when you're, like, in like Europe or like Asia, like depending on where you are, you have literally the same kind of food and you feel better. Like it's just different. Like I remember when I was having ramen in Japan, like my wife and I can't do ramen every day here because it actually kind of gets a little bit sickening. But when we were in Japan, we had Japanese curry and we had ramen like every single day and it was so good. And we didn't feel crappy at all. So again, I know there's a lot of people on social media that talks about this as well, but I'm just sharing my own personal experience. I think the whole bread thing sometimes could be just the stuff that we have in our food out here. Yeah, so judging by the sounds of the chat, sounds like we're all very, very much on the same page. Yeah, I love ramen, man. That's awesome, System H. What's the reason for the long? I like the way that we closed on the 15-minute time frame, and we were also holding this channel area. We tagged the VWAP and the 200 EMA, but I think I'm not obviously getting enough follow through here, guys. I don't like that we keep failing here. It's actually like not good. The best move we got so far. I'm just gonna put a alert there. The best move we had so far was 20 points. We had a 20-point move so far. A part of me, honestly, because of the way that we're still holding, I don't want to be greedy, though. That's the thing. So that's why the only reason why I want to leave my target here. But a part of me wants to actually move it to like 30 points because I feel like we think we could get there. Like if we're gonna tag my TP right now, I think 30 points is like very reasonable. But I don't know. Japan trades. Yeah, man, their bullet train's insane. Yeah, I have a nice, I have a pretty solid Italian deli near where I live, and usually I like to just buy meat there. Like if I'm gonna make burgers, I'll just buy like fresh meat from them. What's up, MDC? What are my thoughts on Lucid Pro versus Lucid Daily? So I can't actually view the plans like the way you guys do because I'm live. So all I see is Lucid Max accounts, which I have nothing to do with those. But if Lucid Pros are still exactly how they used to be, that I remember them, except for the fact that now they don't have a DLL, I would say Lucid Pro is probably the better option. I find that, yeah, I think a lot of prop firms are obviously trying to get on that daily payout thing because, like, obviously that's a very attractive thing. I personally still like TPT the most when it comes to daily accounts, which I know it's kind of crazy because they have intraday trailing drawdown, but I don't know. There's something about TPT that I just like the most. I haven't traded the daily accounts on Lucid yet, so I can't really speak to them too much, but generally speaking, if there's a DLL on those accounts, I'm not sure if there is, but if there is one, I usually don't care for it too much. But my understanding is, as well as though with the daily accounts, you do have the ability to build the plan. So if you can actually do that, I mean, I guess build it the way that you like it most. I also will say, most prop firms, if you're using the daily, it's where they cap you out the fastest, right? So like if you usually run like their flex accounts or their select accounts or whatever it may be, you have yes, it takes longer for you to get to a payout, but you'll usually have a bigger a bigger allowable payout, because with daily, for example, you can only request so many daily payouts before they'll move you live, essentially, which is not a bad thing. But like if you want to like maximize your sim funding, daily is not where you want to be with most prop firms. You usually want to go with the other accounts, generally speaking. But again, to each their own, right? Like I think whatever suits your needs and whatever makes you feel the most confident when you're trading is probably the most important. Thumper, you make it sound like I'm a chef or something here, man. I'm a simple man, man. I'm a simple man. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, that's the reason why I go to the deli by my place too as well, because a lot of the places, like the deli, for example, they do source their meat from like the farms locally in our area. So too, a lot of people try to avoid live because they lose leverage, because a lot of the cases is that if they're copy trading 5, 10, 15, 20 accounts and then suddenly they can't, then they lose the ability to leverage now, right? Which is why they don't like it. Generally speaking, I mean, like, I think that if I was doing this with the long-term thinking of I want to be a long-term day trader, I would naturally want to be live at some, like, sooner, like, I don't want to say sooner than later, but I would want to go live, because my longer-term duration is to be able to trade capital live in the markets. Having a prop firm offer you that live capital is the end game, really, if you think about it, right? So I guess to each their own. I think there's a lot of different reasons for why people have what they have. Sometimes obviously consulting your tax professional as well to see what's the most tax beneficial methodology is probably a good idea as well. But that'd be my 2 cents. Stereo, that's awesome, dude. Oh yeah, that's true too. TPT is, ever since they finally did their update, man, their payout speed is like fire, man. It's quick. Lana trades. Yeah, I'm in a long trade at the moment. No problem, Justin. No problem. Philanthropist. I mean, if you think about it, if you think about what live is, like, just think about it this way. Oh, Rake, that was actually you. I wasn't sure if that was actually you. I saw Jake reach him, like, is that actually you? Is that a scammer account? My man Jake. Jake is alive. Jake is alive. Honestly, Jake, I'm not feeling good about this trade right now. We are hitting so many walls up there right now. I was like 3 points away from hitting TP. No problem, Situ. And Philanthropist, if you think about the copy trading question, if you were trading your own live capital, copy trading is not a thing, right? You just have your bank account. That's it. It's your one account and you trade that one account. The thought process of copy trading is literally a prop firm thing. Like, it's not a thing that exists in the real trading world. Sounds like Jake can't sleep, man. My man Jake can't sleep. Oh. I haven't checked the thumbs yet, guys. There's about 500 of us right now on stream. There's only 200 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Can we at least get to like 300 or something, guys? Come on. Come on. We can do better than that. We can do better than that. I'm leaving my trade as is, man. I'm not gonna move my stop loss. I accept the risk of this trade. I know it's infuriating, guys, because if you're literally in the trade that I'm in, you're like looking at it like, man, I missed my TP by 3 points. You got to be effing kidding me, right? I know, it's frustrating. Will I add more to the position? No, I'm not interested in doing that. I mean, based on the risk that I'm willing to take on this account, like, this is it. This is the trade. So I'm going to leave it as is, man. Let's see. I'm moving some stuff around my screen here. Ashcots, the person who streams after me is the man who's actually still awake in this chat for some reason. Jake Ricci. He streams the New York Open. I think one of the, back to the question earlier about like Lucid's dailies, I think judging by the sounds of it, as I'm kind of going over the details, it has the biggest payout cap that you can move to live with. So I think that's probably the difference between Lucid's daily, because a lot of props, when they go daily, it's like it caps you at a certain point, like fairly quickly. But it sounds like Lucid's daily plan allows, it's actually the complete opposite. They have a bigger payout cap and a bigger move to live balance. So I don't know, this range is AIDS. It's not looking good for my trade though, I'll tell you that right now, guys. I'm likely going to get stopped out here after missing my TP by 3 points. No problem, Ashcots. But yeah, if you guys are going to scoop up some accounts, whether it's with Lucid, I have the link actually pinned to the chat here. Code RT, man, for the best discounts there. Or if you want to get a Tradeify account, which is the account that I'm looking to give away tonight, guys, and the account that I'm trading right now, code RAKE. You guys take advantage of the 40% off with them as well. And for those who've never traded with Tradeify, I'll drop the link in the chat for you guys. Vandra Rose. I'm glad you got that, man. Here I am, sitting 3 points away from TP and gonna get stopped out likely here. Come on, NQ. Are you gonna be mean and rude to me tonight? There's about half an hour left until the London market opens, guys. Nominums. Mosley, I don't move my stop losses. When I take my trades, I accept the risk that I take. Right now, the stream has 250 likes. Thumbs up on the stream. Let's get to at least 300, guys. I would like to get at least to 300. That'd be nice. There's about almost 500 of you guys on stream, so show your brother some love, guys. What else is going on with you guys anyways, man? We can chat about other stuff, too. This ranging price action is brutal to watch anyways. Remember the thumbs up on the stream, guys. Not hearts in the chat, not thumbs in the chat, but a thumbs up on the stream. I know that's confusing for some, so want to make that clear. Yeah, base trades. I find like the micromanaging is not my cup of tea. I mean, to each their own, right? Like some people have strategies that work around managing stop losses, but not me. Silver. I don't trade metal bands. I don't trade metals. The only metal I trade is gold. So if it's moving like gold, I mean, looks like we're at a key resistant area on gold. So I don't know if that's the case on silver though. On the YouTube video, guys, so not on the chat, but on the YouTube video itself, there's a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Thumbs up is what we want. I learned trading before? Yeah, before. I learned trading before I had kids. Yeah, I have to really think about that. I was like, yep, it was before. But my like, when I say that too, that was in my early days, right? Like, I would say that my first kid came around by the time I started like learning more about trading, when I was refining it. Oh, do you have to close the chat? I see. I don't know what you guys see on your end. That's weird though. I don't think so, right? You guys should be able to drop the thumbs up. Oh, not the candle closures, guys. Come on. Come on, man. Maybe a double bottom? Can we give Alan a double bottom here off the VWAP and 200 EMA? Oh, if you're on mobile. Okay, that's a good point. See, I wouldn't have known that. That's a good point, guys. Yeah, I guess based on what the chat's saying, if you're on mobile right now, you got to close the chat box and then thumbs up on the stream that way. I've never actually hopped onto a stream via the phone, so I wouldn't have known. Thank you for that, chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Come on, NQ. Give me some love. Give me some love, NQ. We got 29 minutes until London market opens. For the sake of everyone who is in this long with me. Come on, NQ. Yeah, Lucid Live allows, like, there's a couple of prop firms that have created copy trading as an option, I think, just to be competitive. But personally, I don't. I'm just saying, as like a long-term live trader, you got to get that mindset out of your mind, because it's not a normal thing, right? When you trade, like the concept of copy trading wasn't even a thing in my life. When I was trading like small caps and options, you just trade your cash, right? So. We're at 288 thumbs up on stream right now, from what I can see. Oh yeah, didn't I have that thing before? I had that image that I used before for trading, just for fun with you guys. One of those streams, I used like a random graphic. I can't remember where I found it though. Hold on, let me see if I can find it again. Sorry guys, I got so distracted. I heard like a really loud noise just now. How do you get Lucid Max? You go live. Once you go live with Lucid, you won't be able to trade their regular accounts anymore. Lucid Max is basically what unlocks, and it's not something that you select. They will basically tap you on the shoulder when you get moved to that point. I would like the 5-minute candle close to close above my entry. I would like the 5-minute bar to close above my entry. That's what I would like to see. And if we can get that, maybe we might actually get some follow through on this. If I was one of those traders that would like size into a position, I would have sized in so that I could trim one contract off and let the last contract run. What's the conversation like when moving to live, Max? Sidhu, what do you mean by that, man? My first fund account, 25k flex, working towards payouts. May I know how much to be able to draw after 5 profit days? Have to keep buffer any. So just like the Pavan trader, you know that all that information is actually on Lucid's website, right? If you just go through the FAQ, it gives you all that information that you're looking for. But yes, you should be above your buffer. Are the rules different from live? Well, when you get the Lucid Max account, give me a second, guys. Let me just log into my Lucid right now, because I don't know off the top of my head. For in terms of Lucid Max, that is. All right, I'm going to show you guys the screen in a bit here. Just let me know if you guys can see this. Just wait. All right, guys. So as of right now, you can kind of see here. Basically, this is like the Lucid Max eval. This is like the plan that they have. And then when you want to move live, that's what the plans would look like. So in terms of any details outside of that, that's pretty much as far as it goes. Yeah, Satu, they send you an email and they'll let you know. Yeah, Varo Pulse, for me, I got capped right out of the gates because there was no live option for me, actually, from where I am in Vancouver, Canada. So when they introduced Lucid Max, that's what they kind of re-onboarded me back after they had removed me from their live or from their sim funded cap. My chair, my Akatsuki chair. It's from Secret Labs, man. Maripol. So if you're in my situation, which is like Vancouver, Canada, you can't move live actually. Like it wasn't an original option. So what they would have done is they would have just capped you and said, see you later, good luck, see you later again later. But then when Lucid Max got introduced, that's when they said, okay, you can now trade Lucid Max and earn your way back to live again afterwards. So it depends on the situation. Now, yeah, you basically would move straight to live. I've been trading, technically speaking, if you're considering live trade, I've been trading live for 6 years because I didn't trade with prop firms before. I was trading my own personal capital well before prop firms. Mohammed, I don't know if you're able to see the trade, but yes, I'm going to trade. I'm showing it on my screen right now, guys. Can we get 5 more thumbs up, guys, on the stream so we can start the giveaway? Oh, that's pretty cool, Parth. Burnaby has changed a lot, man. It's changed a lot. Not sure when the last one was when you were here. Oh, nice. All right. All right, gang. I'm going to do the giveaway here. I'm going to just type it in the chat here for the group. So to participate. Thanks, Mickey. Ardocon, that's awesome, man. Shout out to you, man. 3rd payout with 10-4 prop. That's awesome, dude. I have no idea if they'll move you live or not yet. That's something that they'll have to tell you when the time comes, man. For those who are putting hearts in the chat, remember the thumbs up needs to hit the stream, not the chat, guys. The stream. If you're on mobile, apparently you have to remove your chat in order to like the stream properly. Damn, got stopped out, gang. Got stopped out. So close, man. I was off by 3 points on that trade. I'm gonna switch brokerages right now, by the way, guys. Give me a sec. My doggo has been so erratic today, man. It's taking so long. Give me a second here, guys.
The light breaks through the gray. A soft voice says you'll be okay.
51 seconds, it says. Was it 51 seconds? That seems like a very long time. Should be done now, right? Oh yeah, I should be able to pick a winner now. All right, who's the winner of this giveaway, guys? Jazza, my man Jazza in the chat. Let's go, dude. Jazza, you just won an account, man. Let's go. Happy for you. I know Jazz has been a loyal follower here, man. Loyal follower. Shoot me an Instagram, man. You know the drill. That's awesome, dude. Jazza, Jazza. Just gonna put your name in here, my tracker. And Jazza, I know you have my Instagram already, so I will send you the code afterwards. Just hit me DMs, okay? Yeah, if we were looking for our indicator to give us a little bit of something something, we'd like to get above that trigger line here. Ideally. That's the trigger line. That's just the that's just an extra indicator confluence that I like to use. Mickey trades, man. I define my risk by a few things. Predetermined risk around like what I'm willing to risk dollar-wise, which gets factored into the amount of point risk that I put in place, and then the rest is based on honestly chart structure, right? What the chart structure is going to offer me is kind of essentially what it would be based off of. Hopefully that answers your question, by the way, Guang Guang, when I made the comment with the trigger line. JT Lakers. Yeah, that's a good question. Give me a second here. I'm just rotating a couple things around here first. will answer your question in just a bit here. Give me a second here. Okay, sorry. So you got payouts from Top Step, TPT, and Lucid most recently. So, I mean, honestly, I don't think juggling too many accounts is a good idea. And the reason why I say that is because, like, it's so hard to keep track of things, right? So when I think about this, trading is such a complicated thing as it is. So when we start adding layers of complexity, it's just not ideal. You know what I mean? And so when I think about layers of complexity, I am thinking things like every prop firm has its own rules, right? So they have a different set of rules, different set of expectations, right? Obviously. So personally, for me, I think that if you've got a few prop firms that you're doing well with, in your case, Top Step, TPT, and Lucid, stick to it, man. I mean, obviously, the only reason why for me I've rotated as much as I have is because I get maxed out, right? So when I get maxed out, I have to move on to the next prop, right? So yeah, if you got something good going for you, man, JT Lakers, man, stick with it, man. No reason to move around. I mean, if you got the ability to balance multiple accounts for whatever the reason, then obviously power to you, brother. But otherwise, I wouldn't like encourage it, so to speak. Hopefully that, yeah, thanks. You're welcome, man. So too, man, take it easy, man. Have a good night, Ron. Starting to have this push down now. I will look to see if we could have a level reaction. Give me a second here. Let me switch the screen up here so you guys can see better. I would look to see if we can have a level reaction at 590 there. We're looking to tag that for sure. Damien, I did my chart review at 10:15, so if you're kind of curious about like the overall perspective, you can scroll back to that spot. Otherwise, right now I'm just watching price to see how we react here, man. I don't want to chase the short trade right now, so I'm either looking to see if we get a setup for a re-entry for shorts, or if we get a nice bounce at some key areas that I have here. 10:15 Pacific Standard Time. I start my stream off at 10. So that would have been about 15, 17 minutes into the stream. Base trades, because I said have a good night to Ron. I'm referring to Ron DigiTrader, not Ron G. Market's about to open in 10 minutes as well, guys. I'd definitely be very interested in watching how we react to Globex 565. If leading into London Open or London Open pushes and we get a nice failure down there, I'd be interested in taking a long from there. Obviously, the probability of us gap filling is possible, right? Because we haven't gap filled yet. I just don't know if that's going to happen tonight or if that's going to be something that happens later on. Hard to say. We'll keep an eye out either way. The key areas that we have right now, as mentioned earlier during the chart review, we have our Globex opening here at 565. We had an area of interest that was respected at 520 over the New York session. And then the next level down is 474. But again, if we're looking to close the gap off, then we're very likely to come all the way down here towards the 400 to 380 area. The low of the session so far on the day is 537. No idea what 4-hour CRT means, my friend. Oh, candle range. Is that what that means? I know you asked it as a question mark too, so maybe you're asking that question. I will say, guys, that if we do close the gap tonight, and then we show strong strength of failure there going into New York, I'd be very open for longs. Like a trending long move is kind of what I would be looking for. $590 is just the level that I have. Yeah, MDC. That's what I'm thinking, right? I think we have that ability. We close the gap off and we can tee us up for a long trade. It really does. I agree with the MDC. We had the hourly sell that I talked about during the chart review earlier on for that hour, and we've been having follow through. We also have that 4-hour failure as well, looking like we want to continue it. My concern, MDC, honestly, is like the Globex. Like, for example, let's just say I were to take a short. I'd have to be able to risk enough for this, right? So if I were taking a short trade right now, my stop would be a wider stop. Like NPR would be somewhere up there. And if we're shooting for it, we'd be shooting for a longer move down too. So let's just see what we'd be looking at here. 30 points. This is not the cleanest re-entry, but this would be one that we could take a look at. Could we do that? Let's see. Markets would open in 4 minutes though. Yeah, I'm gonna clear out. I don't want to do it. I know that we could possibly very much tag that, but I'm gonna wait, man. I'm gonna wait. Part of me was thinking about scalping Globex. Whether that's a good idea or not. Trell, are you holding like a whole position right now? I'd like to see a lower high get set beneath VWAP is what I would want to see for a short.
Footprints fade on golden sand. Time slips off through my hand. The breeze hums quiet lullabies, and I'm caught in your endless skies. Every shadow whispers your name. Every wave just feels the same. Lost in the glow of the stars.
Trello 19, I would say to you, to be honest, is that like every strategy and system has their terminology. Don't get too caught up with stuff like that. And I only say that because like I know, for example, I know a lot of ICT traders, right? Like the terminologies they use for things like order blocks, fair value gaps, and what have you. There are terminologies for them in other textbooks as well. So as long as you understand what you're looking at, I think that's what really matters. So Trell 019, if you haven't read Al Brooks's books before, they talk about bar by bar, they talk about candle analysis. I mean, it can be a very dry read, but if you're looking for some good education, that would be a very good place to start. MDC. Power to you, brother. Power to you, man.
Dreams still linger, warm and wild. The night
Trell, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Good for you, man.
and hope began.
Market's opening up in 32 seconds.
Footsteps on the edge of dawn. Every shadow's moving on. Yesterday's behind our eyes. A new day's written in the sky. Take a breath, it's all okay.
I won't stick around for much of London, to be honest, guys, just so you guys are aware. I just want to watch how we react here.
In the morning
MDC, 100%, dude. 100%.
again. All the pieces start to mend. Through the noise, through the rain, we find our hearts again. Hands still cold, but hearts are clear. Every loss brought us here. If we fall, we'll fall in grace. Every ending
Yeah.
finds its place.
This looks like it wants to go lower.
Let the world just spin away. We'll be fine, come what may.
Take it easy, simplify.
The dawn's a promise in disguise. A thousand dreams behind us.
Let's see it watch us move. I'm watching Globex and Asia lows right now, which basically is kind of the bottom end of the channel. That was a nice tag though, that spot right there. For those who trade EMAs as well, that was the 9 EMA there. We literally tagged the 9 EMA and we pushed. Which is also kind of like when we talk about candle bar by bar too, like it formed the kind of candle that we'd want to see for a short on the 5-minute and the 15-minute time frame.
Feels home. We understand.
G Keeper, man. Sorry to hear, brother. Nice carrier solutions. Nice, nice. All right, we're touching Globex right now. See if we get a reaction here at all. Otherwise, we'll watch Asia lows. Even if we don't get a big rebound to the upside, I am interested in scalping positions off key areas. That's the Globex tag right there. Solid 10-point move off the tag of Globex right there if you're scalping. Trell, I've been trading for 6 years, my friend. All right, but you guys have my chart review, guys. I am gonna still watch. Like, I'm gonna probably go get some exercise in. Like I said, I'll still watch the chart while I'm doing that. So I may still take some trades while I'm off stream. But you guys know my chart review. You guys have seen kind of what I've been looking at this entire time. So keep an eye, man. I mean, honestly, if we break the Asia lows, then yeah, we're very likely. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bounce at 520 here. Like, if we do move lower, I wouldn't be surprised if we do this. It's kind of what I would be thinking for a continuous solution lower trade. Otherwise, like I said earlier, I was looking for a Globex hold. But that'd be kind of my 2 cents on that, man. And Trail, no, I was trading small caps and options well before futures. I've only been trading futures for the past 2 years. So, but anyways, with that, man, I am gonna head out, guys. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. 5 of us as hosts will be on every single day this week, so we will catch you when we catch you, man. You guys have a wonderful night. Catch you guys later, man.